Welcome to the show, guys. This show is brought to you by pristineauction.com. Guys, we got two amazing giveaways we'll be giving away over the next week and a half. A signed Justin Herbert jersey and a signed Kyler Murray helmet behind me, guys. To enter, it's very, very easy. Go to pristineauction.com. Use promo code SWAGLION. I repeat, pristineauction.com. Code SWAGLION. You're entered for this. Also, DM me on Instagram. Tell me that you're done. I'll get you an extra entry for that. So, guys, pristineauction.com, SWAGLION, amazing giveaways. And once you're in for all ongoing giveaways. Okay, guys, pristineauction.com, SWAGLION. In a week and a half, we got a Justin Herbert signed jersey and the Kyler Murray signed helmet behind me. Let's get into today's show. We're talking NFL Week 6 preview, matchup predictions, running through all the matchups this week. Let's get to it. Welcome to the show, guys. Joseph Robert Camo, the fantasy football counselor, in the studio with Pfeiffer Tanner Pfeiffer.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, Pfeiffer? I like to call you Pfeiffer now. Like everyone, I've had friends in elementary school and high school. We used to call them by their last name. So now you're Pfeiffer Tanner. I've switched it now.
That's fine. Actually, at work, they use last names. So
yeah, that's what I'm used to.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Pfeiffer just sounds cooler than Tanner, doesn't it?
That's pretty cool.
Tanner, so today we're going to be talking about full preview, all of the matchups. I mean, what we do every single week here. I know you missed last week. You're on a beach somewhere soaking up the sun or whatever you're doing. So we basically talk about every single matchup, our predictions, a little bit of that a fantasy spin to it, just deep dive, talk about the spread, talk about the over-under. I'll get you guys prepared, whatever it is you're doing, whether you're playing the spread or whether you're playing fantasy or you just want to have a good talk with football. This is the place to be here on Thursday. So we're going to dive into that. How are you feeling, Tanner? You ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll. I'm super excited about this week. Been listening to your advice. One of my leagues, I'm on a 3-game win streak. So I'm really excited, especially for tonight's game.
Yeah, I'm excited because I got Jalen Hurts cards. So I really need Jalen Hurts to have a good game. I think they won last week, so that's good. We're moving forward.
Yeah.
But we need to have a big game here. So if you want to be the GOAT, Jalen Hurts, you got to beat the GOAT. So statement game here for Jalen Hurts. So we'll talk about that here as well. Also, guys, manscaped.com. Head on over there. Use promo code SHOWERLION. Get yourself a Manscaped trimmer. Everything guys need to stay groomed, stay fresh. Your balls will thank you. Guys, holiday season's here. Get yourself something, treat yourself something. I know Tanner's thinking about his dad. I know he's thinking about his buddies. Those guys probably need some grooming because he's heard some.
Not a bad idea at all.
Dating horror stories with those guys, right? They go on a date. They're almost ready to get started, and the girl gets turned off because it looks like a jungle in there, right?
Hey, look at the statistics, okay? Statistics show that women like it clean down there, and there's no better way to do it than Manscaped.
And you can save 20%. Use promo code SHOWERLION. All right. So the first matchup here, let's just dive into it like right in. Again, if you guys are listening to this on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, fast forward 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to talk about Thursday night football here because we record this on Thursday morning.
Yes,
all right, 7-point underdog at home are the Eagles. 52 point is over under. Jalen Hurts, a guy 2-3 who is looking good, but just has not gotten the full groove. I think it's more of an offensive thing. Maybe it's a team thing. They're going to have to put up a lot of points on the board because we know Brady's going to do it with his offense. We see Antonio Brown starting to click. We see that offense starting to click. Eagles 7-point dog here. What do you think of this matchup?
Okay. Buccaneers have really taken a step offensively. I think, Brady's kind of balling out this year. He's looking really good. He's not slowing down. Like you said, Antonio Brown's clicking, their connection's back. Gronk has been ruled out though, so a big weapon, a big red zone weapon is out.
He's out.
Yep. So I don't know. I'm liking Jalen Hurts. I think that he's going to have a good game. He has to have a good game. Obviously, that pass rush though for the Buccaneers is going to be major. But if Jalen Hurts can get rid of the ball quickly, he can tear up that secondary.
Yeah, from a fantasy perspective, Jalen Hurts is currently sitting 6th amongst quarterbacks with 122 points, looking good. Interceptions could be, better. 7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So we want to see those touchdowns go up with Jalen Hurts. Hopefully it's a good matchup. It's a favorable matchup against the Bucs secondary. I think, this one, I think the Eagles keep it close. It's going to be hard to beat Brady, but the advantage is there's a hungry Jalen Hurts. They've got some momentum winning last week, and they are at home. So don't expect this to be a walkthrough for Brady. I think they're going to have to put up a fight here. The Eagles, again, with Slay and that defense, man, Slay looking good. And that whole defense has some upside there. I think, didn't Slay have a pick last game? I think he did.
He did. As his first of the season. I've always liked Darius Slay. He's obviously aging a little bit, but I still like him. He's still a pretty good shutdown corner. And that pass rush for the Philadelphia Eagles is actually pretty good. I think the Hargrave, is that his name?
Yeah.
He's like one of the best right now in the league. So he's done really good. I don't know. I think that it's not going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's to be entertaining, and we need an entertaining one for Thursday Night Football because it's the one game, so we want to get some action. We want to make it exciting. And again, I've got a lot on the line with my Jalen Hurts sports cards. All right, this one here, I'm not going to be excited for. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but there is some fantasy relevance here because I told you James Robinson is going to be good. He's one of the best running backs in the game right now.
Yep.
We've got at home Jacksonville Jaguars, who are desperate for a win. They are a 3-point underdog. 47 points is the over-under here. So Vegas expecting it to be not a high-scoring game, but also not a low-scoring game against, we got Jacoby Brissett, who's 1-4, and the Miami Dolphins, who are a 3-point favorite on the road. This is it, man. I mean, you got to win here. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, you got an easy matchup. This is the week to break this losing.
It is. This is the week to do it. I think this is like a must-win week for both teams. The Dolphins fans are tired. They're tired of mediocre offense. Their offensive line has done nothing. Their defense isn't as strong as it was last year. Jaguars, obviously, rookie quarterback, rookie head coach. So this is the week that you have to win, especially against a struggling Dolphins team. I think I saw a quote from Urban Meyer. It was like the second half usage of James Robinson. He goes, I didn't even notice I didn't run him as much the second half. Like, as a head coach, you have to be on top of these things. Obviously, if you got a hot hand at a running back, you've got to run the ball, especially if you have a lead. So James Robinson, he's just getting better every week. So I think that has to be their game plan for this.
Yeah, you got to work Robinson. They got to get that offense going. Trevor's got to do something here, man. So again, I don't want to spend too much time on this game. It is fantasy relevant, but not so much reality relevant. Unless these guys start going on a tear, winning some games, I don't see any of these guys going deep dive into the playoffs.
Yeah, but Tua does have a chance to start. So.
Oh, okay. All right, good point. Never thought of that. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see him back. Mm-hmm. All right, next matchup here. This has some relevance here. And Nagy pulling out I think it was a win last week.
Yeah, it was.
Saving his job. At home, they're the 4.5-point dog. Fields, I guess, is now the starter, but Aaron Rodgers, Adams, that's a hard team to beat. The only reason that this spread, I guess, isn't wider is a couple reasons, actually. It's a divisional NFC North game, and the Packers are on the road. It could be tighter than people think because it is divisional, but I don't see any reason why Rodgers doesn't win this.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, the Bears defense had a great week last week. That's basically carried them to a win. So if they can keep that momentum, they definitely have a chance, especially a home game. But I just don't. Since Matt LaFleur has taken over as head coach, NFC North rivals, the Packers against the NFC North are 12-1 under LaFleur. So it's just something to keep in mind.
All right, this game I'll be scanning through this game, not the main game. I'll be watching at 1:00. That's for sure.
Well, after Devontae Adams 208 yards receiving last week, make sure you start him.
Exactly. All right. Colts. I'm wearing Colts shirt. I'm pretty embarrassed by this, being a casual Colts fan, but they are at home, 10-point favorite here against the Texans. Divisional game, must-win game for the Colts. Must-win game for the Texans.
It has to be.
Colts have to win this, and what an upset! Like, I mean, they had Baltimore beat, and that's the thing. It shows you the potential how good they are, but they crap the bed. I mean, Rodrigo.
I was rooting for the Colts so bad in that game.
Kicker missed the field goal. Blankenship. It was a 47-yarder. I mean, and you're telling me you're hurt. You're hurt. I got a hip injury. Like, dude, why are you on the field with a hip injury? When did the hip injury happen? We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he was like warming up for the game, and then I think he injured it during the game, went out there, or like there was a flag or something. Their backup kicker or their punter kicked the field goal and missed it. So then they sent Blankenship out there, and he missed it too, didn't he? Or he made it or something. I don't remember, but. Obviously, if he's hurt, don't play him.
Yeah.
That's not going to end good. I was rooting for the Colts, but the Colts have to win this game. I mean, You cannot start 1-5 this season. You're too talented of a team.
Yeah. Wentz has got to get it going. No more excuses for Wentz. This is make or break. 10-point favorite. They're going to win the game. They're at home by
Yeah.
10 points. I don't know. Divisional game. Don't be surprised if the Texans put up a fight here.
But what about Michael Pittman?
Yeah,
I'm really
my
liking what I'm
guy.
seeing.
Yeah, good point. I'm glad you brought that up. He was 59th on the consensus rankings amongst wide receivers. I suggested him in my 16 rounds. I can't remember what round it was. I think it was like round 7 or 8. He's a wide receiver one that was going for immense value, and he is turning it up. So,
Yeah, he is.
Michael Pittman, yep. And that amazing catch. You see that? Oh, he leaped over the defender.
Yeah, and got a touchdown. I was watching the game. I was like, go, go, go. I
Hmm.
needed him because my opponent had Lamar playing, and he actually closed like a 50-point gap that I had. I had
Yeah.
a 50-point lead, and I was like, oh my God, I'm about to lose this. So Pittman saved me.
It's funny. In one league, I ended up winning the week, by the way. I had a 47 point, I think it was like a 45 to 47 point. I can't remember what it was. And then he had Mark Andrews,
Oh,
who had the game
geez.
of his life. I was fortunate enough to still have both Wentz and Pittman. Had I not had any players, I would have lost the week on one player. Imagine going into a week where you're at 47 points. And a lot of people sent me those stories. They're like,
Yeah.
hey man, like I just clinched this. I did lose it because Mark Andrews had the week of his life. And sometimes it's not even like I've lost a couple weeks this year because I had the best team, except the team I was playing was actually a little bit better. So even though I put up 170 points this 1 week this year, I lost to a guy that put up 172. I had 170, right?
Yep.
So sometimes it's who you play and you have most points against, which really sucks for fantasy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. One more thing. Let's go here with the Colts here. Just want to say, I think, again, just to recap, I think it'll be close. I think the Colts win this. Carson Wentz, make or break. This is it. And that's all I got to say about this one.
Colts win it.
Yeah. All right. This is the one I'm looking forward to. AFC West versus AFC North. We got the Ravens, who are at home coming off that win. We got some energy versus red hot Justin Herbert, who I've also got a signed card that I've already seen kind of inflate. I paid $3,200. I won it at an auction. I can easily get $4,000 for it today, but I'm going to wait till he gets MVP, which I think is very possible at the pace he's going. So yeah,
He's heated up.
He's heated up. And then Austin Eckler, if there's one running back I want to be wrong about in fantasy, it's going to be Eckler because I got Herbert in my fantasy and I've got a sports card. So I'm okay with Eckler doing well as long as Herbert's doing well.
If Eckler can stay healthy, that's the thing. Like you said, he's not durable enough to be a workhorse. So we're just going to see how long. If he can stay healthy all season, I'll be committed.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to prove me wrong. But again, who takes this one? I think the Chargers win this one. 51 points over under. I see that being over. Yeah, the Chargers win this one. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be gritty.
Yep.
But you got to look at heart. And again, Lamar's got heart. I just don't think he's got as many weapons. I just don't think I don't know, man. I just think the weapons go to the Chargers.
Oh, for sure. No doubt. Offensive weapons, Chargers. Overall defense, Chargers, I'd say, because I think they're healthier right now than the Ravens are. They lost Marcus Peters for the season. So I don't know. Right now, I think the Chargers have the hot hand.
Yeah, I'm going with Chargers on the road, and they're the dog. They cover the 2.5 and actually win the game. That's my prediction. All right, Rams versus the Giants. I mean, Giants at home, banged up. Daniel Jones, I guess he was on a concussion protocol, but I think he's good to go this week, right?
He's on track to play.
Okay, yeah. So they're 9.5-point underdog here. 48 points is the over-under, and the Rams being on the road look like the real deal. I think they lost to only Arizona this year, right? I think it was just Arizona.
Yes.
I believe it was. Yeah.
I know they lost to Arizona for a fact. I just don't know if they have another loss or not.
No, they're 4-1 right now.
Okay, so it was Arizona.
It was Arizona, yeah. So basically, Kadarius Toney stepping up last week, but he did throw the punch. I think he was just ejected from the game. He should be playing, I would guess. I think he's playing.
Yeah, he just got ejected. No suspension so far.
That's good. So again, with Saquon Barkley being out, Devontae Booker probably stepping in. Nothing exciting there in the run game at all, but he will be productive for fantasy for the week or two. Hopefully, have you had any more updates on Saquon Barkley? I mean, I heard week to week. Obviously, he's missing this week.
Week to week, I heard most likely at least 2 to 3.
That sucks. That sucks, man.
Yeah, so he's going to miss at least 2 games.
Yeah, I got depth, so hopefully we're going to be okay, but that's just not good, man. He's injury prone, I would say. I mean, how do you just roll your ankle? I mean, it happens.
I stayed away from him. I'm glad I did, but I
He's
mean, if
got
there's one guy you want to be wrong about, it's going to be Saquon. He has all the talent in the world.
yes.
But yeah, I mean, did you see the picture of his ankle? How swollen that was?
Yeah, yeah,
So
like
I
a
think
tennis
week to
ball.
week is like best case scenario. I
I
thought he
mean,
was done for.
you imagine it's the worst there, right? You get the swelling down, you start working it out. Yeah, I would hope 2 weeks max because I need him back in my lineup. But again, that's what all about drafting depth is all about, right?
Absolutely, never. You can never have too many running backs.
Robust RB. All right, NFC North versus NFC South. Carolina Panthers 3-2 versus 2-3 Vikings.
That's a
You
tough
know,
one.
Vikings are the 1-point favorite here. 46 is the over under. This is a tough one. I think Carolina wins this one. Sam Darnold had a bad week. Is McCaffrey back? That's the big question. And is Dalvin Cook back? Or sorry, not yeah, Dalvin Cook and McCaffrey. Are they back? I don't know.
Good question. I think McCaffrey. He said he was healthy to play this week, or was it last week? He said he was good to go, but then they still ruled him out.
Yeah, he
So I
was supposed
think
to go last week, so he should be good to go this
I
week.
think he's on track to play this week. Dalvin Cook, he'll probably be active, I'd assume,
Yeah.
because I think he was like on track to play, and then they also ruled him out. So, but he'll probably play. If not, Madison's a solid backup. So
Yeah. Yeah, they're set with Madison. This is going to be I think it's gonna be going back and forth here, and it's very fantasy relevant matchup here.
yeah, Carolina's on a 2-game losing streak right now, and in those losses, Darnold has literally just fallen off a cliff. So I'm taking the Vikings on this one. Kirk Cousins is a dog. He's a baller, man. He's competitive.
I agree. I go with the Vikings here as well. And again, I see why Vegas has them as a 1-point favorite. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be down to
Yeah.
the wire. I think this is one of those ones you're watching red zone. You're like, oh, it goes right down to the wire, field goal wins it type thing, back and forth.
I'm thinking about benching Thielen though. I mean,
No, come on.
he's questionable right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was just added to the injury report. So like, I just don't know, man. Thielen has just done nothing for me the last 2 weeks. I've had to have other receivers bail me out. He's only been a red zone target. That's his only advantage.
Yeah.
He went from a top 10 wide receiver. He's barely top 20 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I checked the injury. I gotta check that on him. I haven't heard much about him being
Let's see. He's dealing with
questionable.
a
Yeah,
foot injury.
that what it is?
Yeah, he missed Wednesday's practice with a foot injury.
Yeah, I see he's held out of practice here. I don't know. I'd monitor that. Definitely gonna sit on the bench and it's a bad week for me because I got Pitts and I got Ryan in one league and they're on bye, I believe. So
Yeah, I got Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts on bye.
So we gotta make sure we cover ourselves. Cover yourselves for fantasy. So I'm gonna go Vikings to win that one. Let's move on to the
Vikings.
next one. NFC North versus AFC North. Bengals are 3-2 versus 0-5. Jared Goff. We knew Detroit would be a disaster, but I mean, how bad are they? I mean, 3.5-point dog here in this matchup.
Man, I don't know. So like, I actually liked the way the lines were looking at the beginning of the season, but they are not using their X factor weapon to win games. That's Hawkinson.
Yeah, they're not.
His targets have just declined so much in the last 3 weeks. But I know their offensive line is so banged up. They're using Hawkinson to block a lot more on every
Yes.
play. And now that Frank Ragnow, basically one of the best centers in the league, he's out for the season. So Hawkinson's usage could just continue to go down. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they got Amon-Ra St. Brown getting going because Cephas broke his collarbone. So
That's
Monor's
right.
uptick in volume. So fantasy relevant there. I've got him on my bench. So yeah, it's something to watch, something to monitor there for fantasy. But I mean, I think the Chase Burrow connection continues to grow here, and
For sure.
Bengals win this one for sure.
I'm pretty sure the Lions have like,
Hmm.
I think all their starting cornerbacks are rookies or something like that. So
Yeah.
I have Bengals for sure.
All right. Are you excited about the next matchup here? We got Washington at home, 6.5-point dog to the Chiefs. Both 2-3 teams. Never thought I'd say this going into week 6 that the Chiefs are 2-3.
I'm
Yeah,
happy. They're getting a taste of some medicine here, man. They need to. It's whatever. I'm not a Chiefs fan,
me neither.
so I don't care if they lose. I think the Washington defense has to step up. They've not performed like they were expected to perform.
Yeah.
But that Chiefs, dude, that Chiefs secondary is looking so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Sorensen needs to be cut. He is so bad.
They're getting lit up every game.
Yes,
And
they
then
are.
Tyreek Hill was questionable too. He was banged up, I think. And then Alaire is going to be out as well.
Alera's out. They signed a running back. Who did they sign?
I didn't look at who they signed. I know that Darrell Williams is stepping up, but I don't know who they signed. I haven't looked at that.
I'll have to. I posted it
Wasn't it?
on
They were looking at. I know they were looking at Marlon Mack.
They were, but right after that report came out, they signed a running back. So I need to check.
Yeah, look that up. Elijah McGuire, wasn't it, to practice squad?
Yep.
Well, that's not going to make a difference.
Not gonna make a difference. It'd be better if you traded for Marlon Mack.
Yeah, yeah. So for this one, I think the Chiefs win it. I'm still not sold on Taylor Heineke, but I'm not sure what to expect out of that guy.
I like Heineke. I think he doesn't have the starting experience. It's almost like throwing a rookie in there.
Yeah.
He's like a 28-year-old rookie, basically. I mean, he played last season in that wild card game or something, and like almost beat the freaking Super Bowl champion Bucks. But he needs his defense to step up. If his defense could play lockdown like they were last year, they have a chance. I have Chiefs taking this game.
People don't realize how hard it is to get into a game and then pick up on the pace and learn the playbook. And I think there's a lot of elements that people, misjudge as a spectator and watching this stuff, because it's not going to be easy to just throw someone in. And even Trevor Lawrence, as you can see here, I mean, 0-5, just not going. And this guy was a stud in college. So the pace, the speed, the playbook, the experience, the weapons, there's so many ingredients.
Yeah. I mean, college, you don't have the best player available at every single position. But you get to the NFL, you have
the best of the
people
best
that are specifically drafted, the best of the best at every single position. The speed is going to be insanely different. So,
yeah. And then not to mention the chemistry, the rapport, the playbook, there's a lot to it.
And a new first-time NFL head coach.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So next one, we got the Cardinal. This is going to be an entertaining one, I think. At home, 3-point favorite are the Browns, believe it or not, against the 5-0 Cardinals. 49.5 is the over-under. And this is where I see what Vegas thinks, right? They're looking at a match where the Browns played really well and they just barely lost, right, to a really good Chargers offense. So
that was a great game.
Great game, right? And then you've got the Cardinals, who, again, are they the real deal? And they're due for a loss. So Vegas is looking at it going, we're going to go with the Browns here at home too. So there's a lot of variables. So that's why I can see why the Browns are a 3-point favorite. But theoretically, you're looking at the records. Arizona should be the favorite here, right?
They should be. I mean, you'd think that they'd bet on Arizona. I think they're just thinking that they are due for a loss. But right now, they're kind of being slept on as the only undefeated team left. I think their defense has played a lot better than expected, and their offense is doing really well too. So, but you got to think the Browns are going to be hungry for a win now after that game.
Yeah. Hopkins, though, I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved.
Yeah, he's definitely the targets have been declining for him.
Yeah, you look at 6 targets week 3, 7 targets week 4, 9 targets week 5. Not bad, 9 targets, but 6 receptions, 14.
He's used to double digits,
Standard, yeah.
He's used to 10+ receptions a game. That's more like Hopkins.
Yeah, I knew they'd spread the ball around, but I thought Hopkins would still be getting more. I avoided him in fantasy anyway.
Yeah, I did too. I don't have him in any league.
If you look at 20 points, actually PPR last week, the week before 10 points, 5 points the week before that. So, 10 and 5, 15 points in week 3 and 4 combined. Not good. Not a good return on investment for a second first round pick for fantasy.
Not at all.
All right, let's move on here. So who wins that one, actually? I'm going to go with this is a tough one. I'm going to go Browns win it, but it's going to be interesting.
I'm going to go Cardinals. I don't know if they're going to be able to stop Kyler Murray. I think he's playing really well. They're going to be a team to move on to 6-0. I'm going to take the Cardinals.
All right, let's move on here. We've got the Patriots and the Cowboys here. Patriots at home, 3.5-point underdog, 4-1 Dak Prescott versus 2-3 Mac Jones. And for this one, the Cowboys got to win this one. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, better team.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Cowboys. I don't want to agree, but I have to.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Logical choice.
Pretty easy for me. But again, you never know what Belichick pulls out of his hat there.
Listen to this, though, real quick. On the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy is actually calling run plays, I think 53% of the time now. He's usually just literally passing over 60, 70% of his plays. So trying a more balanced offense, feeding
Good.
Zeke and Pollard. And so I like the balance that they're doing.
I like it. Yeah, Zeke has been a little more active, which is really good. And they need to pound the ball. They can't just expect it to be a pass every play, right?
Which is why McCarthy just eventually fell off a cliff with the Packers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really like. I mean, they have a great backfield, so they need to utilize Pollard and Zeke more if they want to win.
absolutely. Good point there. All right, this one. Derek Carr came out as the real deal the first 3 games. Past 2 games, not so much. And the Gruden debacle, let's talk about that. I mean, so much to talk about when you talk about the Raiders, right? Always some drama going on there. But Gruden,
Dude,
I don't even want to talk about what he did here, but had some,
right.
let's just call it inappropriate emails. But again, this was, I think, was it 11 years ago? 11 years ago when this happened? I think there's one that was closer, right?
Yeah, then they kept searching. I think they found some recent ones.
For
So
recent meaning like 4 years or something. It wasn't like last week, I don't think.
I think within like the last 2 years or something, I think they've been finding more and more.
Okay, because I don't know. Because if it's 11 years, I mean, I would imagine that he's a changed man, right? Now you're digging.
I mean, 11. I mean, well, we all make mistakes and then you grow from them. But like, if there's been, I don't know,
Multiple occasions.
they just keep digging and finding more on them. So that's all I know.
I'd like to see the emails of some of the owners of some of these teams from 11 years ago. I can't imagine they're all pleasant rainbows and butterflies either. Not to stick up for Gruden, but I'm saying like let's just I'd be curious to see some other emails.
And why bring it up 11 years later? That's what I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they had something against him. Maybe there's some stuff we don't know. But either way, he's gone. So
He's gone. Yeah, true.
but
So
the question is, who cares about him? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's probably whatever. But what I care about is Derek Carr and my prediction here, because I said he sucked, and he sucked for years. So he has been sucking the past couple of weeks. So what happened to those Derek Carr dick riders? They've kind of been, where are they? They're kind of silent. So they're a 3.5-point dog here on the road against the Broncos, who got a good defense. This is going to be interesting.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos too. But because new coach, right? So it's gonna be it's gonna be different.
They have an interim head coach, and they did just activate Marcus Mariota, so maybe they'll utilize him like a Taysom Hill kind of role. I don't know, but I really like Mariota more than I like Carr. Like potential wise, just he's injury prone.
I think they're both the same crap. I just think they're good quarterbacks, but they're not those phenomenal. They're not like a Herbert or Mahomes or Wilson.
But not a Super Bowl caliber.
No, I don't see that. But again, I think the Broncos, simply because they're kind of in the groove now. Raiders are kind of shaken up this week with the whole Gruden firing. I'm gonna go with that. And again, Derek Carr goes down with another loss here. I mean, he's gonna lose 3 in a row.
Yep.
I don't see them winning this. All right, next one. This is the one I'm looking forward to because I have Najee Harris and Deontay Johnson. Very fantasy relevant for me, the counselor, and some of the Council Nation. 5-point favorite are at home are the Steelers against Russell Wilson. Not Russell Wilson, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
I meant to say no Russell Wilson. So no Russell
Wilson.
Wilson.
The Seahawks just signed quarterback Danny Etling to their practice squad. I mean, I think it's just a depth move, but
yeah.
Interesting to monitor that. They don't stand a chance without Russ,
especially on the road. I mean, Seahawks like that home crowd, right? They're really loud. It's a good environment. And Steelers win this. The terrible towels go crazy. Najee Harris has a huge game, and I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, Juju's out for the year, so Deontay Johnson's stock is just going up and up.
Claypool as well. You gotta imagine Claypool as well, but you gotta imagine that James Washington's got to be happy now. And again, I don't think players are happy necessarily that their teammate goes down with injury, but James Robinson was asking for a trade at the beginning of the season. So he's got to be like, man, I get an opportunity now. Juju's gone. I get more play time. They got to be thinking about that in the back of their mind. That's their life.
And I like Washington. I really do. So I think, expect him to get more targets for sure.
I don't think he's that good. I think he's good. I just don't think he's that good. I mean, I think he's on par with Juju, give or take. I don't see the difference there. Claypool could be special, and I think Deontay is really, really good.
Yeah, those are going to be the two guys moving forward for this franchise.
So we've got ourselves a game for Sunday night. And Monday. How about Monday? What do you think of that one?
Bills all the way. No, not a chance for the Titans.
Bills 4-1. on the road, 5.5-point favorite. This could easily be a blowout, but again, it's the Derrick Henry show. If they can neutralize Derrick Henry, this is an easy one. I think the Bills run all over Tennessee here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Derrick Henry is really the only threat in that offense. And and I said that before, and I've literally had people in my comments like, "That's the only threat. They got AJ Brown, Julio." I'm like, so what?
Yeah, when you got a quarterback who was 18th in pass attempts last year, what does that matter?
And he's still done nothing this year. So
nothing.
I don't know. Bills all the way. I still expect Derrick Henry to, I mean, fantasy-wise, have a great game. But that's going to be the Bills.
Yeah. Well, that wraps it up, Tanner. Thank you, guys. Make sure you guys follow Tanner below here. His social media links are below. I'm ready for NFL Week 6, NFL Fantasy Week 6. And is it just me, or do you notice how fast the season goes once the season starts?
It is flying right now. Same for my school semester. I'm like, geez, where's it? It's just week after week. It's just running together, and I'm not ready for this to even be week 6.
Yeah,
I'm having too much fun.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how fast the season goes. Like,
I'm happy it's a 17-week season.
Yeah, like it builds up. Like it takes a while to get here, but when it gets here, it's like, holy crap, it's already week 6.
Yeah, it is.
It starts rolling like a roller coaster. You're going up, and then as soon as the season starts, just the roller coaster ride goes, and it's just fast. That's what it feels like.
Considering it's the best time of the year, right, to make content, it goes by too fast.
Yeah. All right, Tanner, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Make sure you guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the show. We're talking football, and we are out. Make sure you subscribe. Talk soon.
See ya.